For this question in trigo proving and solving, it's a very old type of trigo question. After you understand this, right, the same thing can happen for cosine 3 theta. The logic will be the same. Okay, so I will be showing you part 1. Part 1 is as good as asking you to show that sine 3 theta is equal to the expression. If you observe the expression, the whole expression is in sine theta. That means eventually, if you got any cosine, it will be substituted away. Okay, so in some question, they may not even guide you on this. So if they don't guide you on this, you are expected to know how to execute. So if it's an odd angle, so currently 3 theta is considered an odd angle. So if it's an odd angle, you need to think of addition formula. So in this question, they gave you the direct hint. If they didn't give you the direct hint, you also need to be able to see that you write it as an addition formula. That means I'm going to write it in such a way that it will be A plus B. So this is my A and then this is my B. So refer to your formula list and apply accordingly. So you will be getting this if you apply the formula. Okay. Now, then you will see the double angle. So after you apply this, you already apply your addition formula. Okay, then you see your double angle. For sine theta, there's only one double angle. So you do not need to ponder which formula to use. Okay, and cosine 2 theta, there are a few of them. You should be choosing the one that has only sine theta. Okay, why should you be choosing that? Because here, everything is in sine theta. So no point you go and choose something else. Okay, so by this line, you already apply double angle, you already apply addition formula. So it's just, to some of you, it may be just very easy, just look and refer. Some of you, if you are very mind blocked by formula, then you'll be thinking that is a lot of formula. But however, the formula are actually provided to you. Okay, then we go on to the next layer of simplification. Now, this simplification, a lot of people will make careless mistake. So this one is actually a multiplication. So essentially, you're multiplying. So when you multiply, you are just getting a cosine square here. So you are getting a cosine square. However, there are some students, okay, over the years, there are students who will just do this. They will just do something like this. They, in their head, they saw it as a plus. There's an invisible plus in their head. So some people end up doing this with an invisible plus in their head. So because of this, the whole proof doesn't work. But it's not the case. It's a case of just simple multiplication. So this is one of the mistake that a lot of people can make. Somehow in their head, they have an invisible plus. So look at it carefully. Then this is the one that has the subtraction. So this is the one that you will arrow. So sometimes it's all in the head. Okay, so after you do out your expansion, you realize that everything is in sine theta except for one expression, cosine square. So we got to further substitute this with our basic formula. The formula that is 1 plus sine square plus cos square equal to 1. So once you do this, actually everything will be proved. Then you go and expand out. It's actually very easy from here already. So in this simple question, you use an addition formula. I forgot to. You use an addition formula. You use a 2 double angle formula, and you use 1 basic formula. So generally, if let's say this one is happening in O level, usually it can be like 5 marks. Okay. So this is how the proving is done. Okay, addition formula, 2 sets of double angle, and 1 basic formula. Okay, so I'm going to erase off this idea. Okay, if let's say you are stuck on this part, you continue with this as a formula. So this will be the formula that you can continue with. So if let's say you are stuck or you're running out of time for the proving, you do the solving first. So you replace the sine 2 theta. It's a very guided question. So in O level, there's a lot of guided question. If you are stuck on the second part, third part, look at what they are getting. They have got you to find in the first 2 parts. So essentially, they won't ask you to do something for no reason. So put it in. Okay, as you put it in, you realize that there is a cosine 2 theta. So you will need to think of another block of cosine 2 theta formula to use. Okay, so if you observe, everything is already in sine theta. So you should be using the one that contains sine theta. Don't go and use the one which is 2 cosine theta minus 1. Okay, so just work it out carefully. Don't worry about the cube. Focus on working out your expansion with no careless mistake. You'll realize that 11 and 11 will cancel. Yes, you will have a cube. You will have a square. And you have a sine theta. Okay, so my usual habit will be, I will divide by -2 first on both sides. So I will get a cubic. Okay, so at this point, some of you might like to do a substitution. Go ahead and do your substitution. So at this point, it's not very difficult. You do need to do out a factorization. Okay, now, for this part, when you factorize already, do not cancel the k away because you will have a first bracket equal to 0, second bracket equal to 0. So at the first bracket to 0, you actually got a sine theta. You return back your k. So you actually got a sine theta equal to 0. If you throw away this k, you end up losing the answer that comes from sine theta equal to 0. Okay, so first of all, don't throw away the k. If not, you throw away a set of answer. Secondly, some people, when they see sine theta equal to 0, so they might mentally get stuck. Okay, so you proceed as per normal. You proceed as per normal, you will find that you are given a basic angle of 0. You proceed as per normal, take it as this is a positive, sine positive. So you will get a first and second quadrant. So you execute your typical 4 steps. So my typical 4 steps will have given me 0, pi minus 0. So typically I will stop here already. Okay, but in this question, I can carry on a little bit more. I will go to the next cycle. and get a 2 pi. Reason being, right, the range allowed for 2 pi inclusive. That means 2 pi is included as one of the answer. So I'm going to do it like I can go on to a second round. So all in all, I actually gotten 3 answers. So if you have thrown away k go to 0, you end up losing this part of the answer. So for the other quadratic part, that will be quite easy. It's just a normal factorization. In case where the factorization doesn't work, you just apply your quadratic formula. So don't freak out if, let's say, the quadratic doesn't work, can't factorize. You might use the quadratic formula and get k in a not nice answer. So that's totally fine as well. So once you've gotten your k, return back, and then again execute your basic steps. So in this case, this will be rejected. Do your typical 4 steps. Okay. Do your typical 4 steps. Then this will be under the first and second quadrant. So you will be getting theta equal to alpha and pi minus alpha. Okay, this question is done in radian, so don't forget, this is what you are executing when you do your ASTC. Okay, so from here, this will be my 3 SF answer. I will get 2.89. So it's quite a long question, but I will say it's quite an O-level kind. But if it really appears something like this in O-level, because of the amount of formula involved, it's usually quite a lot of marks. Okay, so that means, right, the same thing can actually happen for cosine 3 theta. So you must be able to see that it's like theta plus 2 theta, and then you apply the addition formula, subsequently double angle, and see what else of course, you will still involve a basic sine square plus cosine square formula. Okay, but you will need to see what is the expression that they would like you to form. The method will be the same. Addition, double, and a basic trigo formula. So if the first part can't be done, go ahead and do the second part. So look through this whole thing. The formula sheet should be with you when you're looking at this question.